What is good, everyone? Today we're gonna do a Gears of War games list, in my opinion, of just my opinion. Um, with this community in the gaming scene is all over the place. Um, a lot of people that would agree with me has moved on. They're a lot older, probably in their 30s and 40s, who played that game. You already know. Gears of War. I would put S tier just for what it did at that time and what it was through the campaign, the multiplayer experience, everything about the game. Gears of War 2. Um, I'm gonna say the campaign carried it to S tier. The multiplayer was shaky for some times, but I put it in S tier. Gears of War 3. Um, I'm gonna put it in B tier for now. I did play it, didn't mind it, but it just didn't have that feel like it did with, I'm gonna put Gears 2 on A tier, just because the multiplayer was messed up halfway through, but the campaign definitely carried it. Um, just it was kind of messed up in ways. Um, didn't have that same excitement. They moved away from what I enjoyed in Gears of War. Slowly kept moving away. Gears of War Judgment, I'm putting it in D tier. I'm pretty sure there were some cool things with the game, but they completely moved away from what Gears of War is. You had people falling from fucking buildings. I don't know. I didn't play it that much. And I don't know. It was clearly the worst Gears of War game of all time. Then UE came out. Gears of War UE. I put in S tier because it's Gears 1 but remastered. So, self-explanatory. Felt like they should have gave this game at least one more year to update the game and prolong the process. I felt like maybe I probably would have been pro if they just prolonged this game for one more year before they release Gears 4 and 5. Gears Tactics, for its game, I'll just put it C tier for like what it is. It is not a third-person shooter. It's like some strategy game. The story is what I would put it above the D tier of being, instead of not being garbage. The story was just good. The gameplay is just not my gameplay, but if you're into that kind of stuff, you'd probably maybe put A tier or something. Gears 4, I put it in B tier, or actually I'll put it in A tier, and the reason for that is put a lot of time into it, a lot of hours, a lot of gameplay, enjoyed the game, but then there's rough times. There's just so many updates in the game, and that's why I don't have it in S tier. Like, obviously I said UE, if they had a little bit of updates, they only had like maybe one update in the game. This game, multiple updates, didn't know what they were doing. Finally, near the end of the game, you thought maybe that, going from that game to Gears 5, they'll start from what they build off of those 2 years or whatever in Gears 4. Updating the game, doing all that bullcrap, finally found out what they need to do with the game. But because of the community, so split decision, people want to do this and people want to do that, it completely ruined what this game is today. Gears 5, C. Honestly, I'd put in D, but I'll put it in C. The campaign was okay. The new game mode they put in was actually pretty fun if you actually played it and whatnot. I liked the whole thing with the PvE side of things. Horde was kind of trash, but when they brought Horde Frenzy, it made it a little bit better. multiplayer at the start, when the beta started, it was good. Then they added this whole cover mitigation, everything that was noob friendly, like aim assist, all that stuff. Horrible game. Horrible game. Then defaulternate became a thing where you're putting like two controller schemes into one, which made the game even more or less skill. It's just not a great video game in my opinion, and that's why a lot of people don't play it anymore. And yeah, that's just my opinion. Hopefully you guys enjoy my opinion on my Gears games tier list. Hopefully Gears 6 will learn from all of this. In my opinion, Gears of War needs to go back to this, where if someone slides into your cover, they will die. If you slide to a cover, that's where you're going to that cover. None of this wall canceling and whatever. People say that takes skill to do that. In my opinion, it's too much for the game to handle. Everything going on with the frames and stuff doing that. It needs to be slowed down to the point where you are touching the covers. And that's it, period. And I feel like we would have less problems with that. And the whole rap shotting thing and from Gears 4 and 5 just made it even worse. But I feel like that's where it needs to go for Gears. You literally need to touch the wall. None of this air bouncing, none of that stuff. But that was just my experience of the game. As a kid, playing Gears of War, it wasn't the greatest, but it was a lot of fun. Made sense. Obviously, there was glitches in the game, but it is what it is. It's an old game. A lot of the old games had glitches and stuff. Gears of Wii, they polished most of those glitches. And a glitch that was in the game was weapon sliding, which I feel like that should be in the game. Took a lot of skill to do, and on land it take even more skill to do. To outposition your opponent and weapon slide the weapon and outplay them for it. Games like Gears 5 and 4, you're picking up the weapon and it's just horrible. You can't just like outplay the person for the weapon. It's more of a standoff now in these positions, and if you do pick up the weapon in their face, they're just gonna go down. It's pretty horrible. But yeah, this is my Gears of War games tier list. Hope you enjoy. I'll just put Gears 3 in the 8th tier, even though I didn't play it as much, but I know a lot of people love the game. I'm just gonna put it in the 8th tier. But for everything else, it is what it is. Gears 5 did not have a lot of fun. Gears 4 played a lot. There was a point where the ranking system was good. Then they moved away from it. Especially in Gears 5, it's just who plays more. Gears 3, don't know if they had a ranking system, like a true ranking system. It was just probably like leveling up system. I did actually enjoy their leveling up system to unlock stuff. So I guess I'll put that in the A tier. Yeah, this is just my Gears of War tier list. I'm not gonna keep talking and going on. Let me know in this comment section down below, where would you have these games? Obviously the younger players would be more biased to other games like Gears 4 and Gears 3. I'm an older guy that enjoyed the older games, so I guess I'm more biased that way. But like I said, I still had Gears 4 up here, Gears 3, but Gears 5 definitely do not enjoy. Do get on sometimes, but I'm definitely not on it like I used to be in the older games. So hope you guys enjoy, and peace.